That went a lot quicker for you guys than it did for me. Started at about 7:30. It's just about 2 o'clock. My hands, or my fingers, I'm starting to feel it after weeding that much. May not look like a lot, but you're pulling a lot of weeds. Where basically I did some of the zucchini plants all the way up to here, and pretty much everything up about there. We got all the tomatoes exposed there. There's a couple more plants in the center there. This stuff was all weeded once, and it's just, I mean, the green beans look good, don't get me wrong. There's just areas that are close by that are kind of coming in. We do have grass clippings along where the stems come out, or the stalks come out. Well, the only thing that I really want to weed yet anymore today is going to be where the sprinkler is, because as you can see, it's dry. It's very, very dry. So I need to water this. The onions are in here too. I don't know. Some of that stuff is just, I'm going to try and get the best I can, but you got to really be careful because, and I did it already, you end up ripping some of the onions out with some of the weeds, and so, then these just fall over. So I don't know if it's worth it. The biggest problem I have, which is over on this side, probably I'd say about halfway in right there, is all the vining plants. So cucumber, you got watermelon, and cantaloupes. These are all vining together. Now we left at least 4 to 6 feet between each row so we could allow for that. However, the biggest problem now is these have grown so much, and they're so much further away from their original row, and they're intertwined with all these weeds. You really can't get in here to weed anything, unfortunately. It really sucks. It should have been kept up with. I mean, here's a watermelon growing now, 2 of them actually, and there's a bunch more in through there. Here's another one. Same thing with the cantaloupes. They're growing right there's one. There's another watermelon, and we have a bunch. Here's a bigger one, and we also have a bunch of cucumbers growing right now as we speak. They're growing all over the place. They're gonna grow in them weeds. It's just, I just wish it would have been better. Corn, same thing. I don't even think I'm gonna mess with this. These are in tassels already. They're really short. I don't even really see any ears popping up through there yet. So I don't know. A lot of this just isn't gonna do very well at all. The ragweed has overtaken everything. So the only thing I wanna get is probably the sprinkler and get that kind of it's buried right now right in there in the center of the weeds, so that's not going to do hardly anything because of where it's at. You can just see it right in there. So I need to kind of either lay that down or something so it's not just shooting in a circle right here. I need it to reach all this stuff. We're not really supposed to get any rain, so I need to do that. At this point, I'm done weeding. It's been about 6 hours. I think now it's harvest time, and there's a ton of stuff to harvest, and I'm going to put that on a time lapse as well because nobody wants to sit here for 4 more hours and watch me do this. But here's what we're dealing with the green beans. Check that out, full of them, full of green beans in here. Love to see that. Yeah. So that's cool. Zucchinis are growing. Yeah. I got a lot of work just doing that. I should be done with harvesting for now out of the garden. And let me tell you, my back is killing me now. And we did pretty good. This is what I managed to get. Some of the other stuff, some of the beets, they're close. And onions, tomatoes are all still green. We got some peppers and stuff growing up there as well. Corn, same thing. So we got what we could, and it's a decent amount. Planted some gold wax beans this year. I really like these. And we have an overabundance again of green beans like we did last year. Now this year I only planted one full row, and that is more than enough. I shouldn't have planted that much. And we got some huge, massive zucchini. These things are monsters. They grow so much in one day. It's hard to keep up with them. And we got some more peas. So yeah, it is now 5:15. So we're gonna put all this stuff out on the produce stand, other than the golden beans. These we're gonna freeze ourselves for now. We may put some out later. We have a ton of those, the green ones from last year, in the freezer yet, so we're gonna try and sell as much as we can of those. And usually what I do is I let them out there for a couple of days, and if they don't sell, then I'll take them in, do them up, get them to freeze that way. And that's how that is. So it was a full day of pulling weeds and harvesting what we could out of the garden. I'm gonna be tired. Anyway, we'll get this stuff out on the produce stand. Hopefully we can sell some of it. And if not, then we'll just process it ourselves. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.